Friends, welcome to episode 5 of our Let's Build project for the yet to be announced Need for Speed 2017, where I cheekily take on the role of developer and basically build Need for Speed 2017 in my own vision. You could call it a wish list, but it's more like a concept proposal. You see, what I've done is I've broken down the game into the key components required for making an open world racing title, and then designed my own blueprint for each element. In week 1, we discussed my proposed idea for a replayable storyline, with the aim of extending longevity in single player mode, thus giving you better value for money. In week 2, I presented to you my idea for how the multiplayer section of the game would work if I was helping put it together. We discussed the idea of car clubs including JDM, muscle and exotics. The third week, we covered a sample of my car list where I basically spoke about and gave reasoning behind 15 cars that would make the cut for my final game. Last week, which was week 4, was dedicated to the map. I gave you a presentation on my chosen country, the city, and then all of the areas, locations and sections that will make up the map itself. A great episode which is definitely worth the watch. Links to all episodes can be found in the description box, so be sure to check them out. So, without further ado, let's build Need for Speed Arena 2017, Episode 5, Customization. So in the last episode, towards the end of the video, I began talking about miscellaneous items I would add to our map, one of which was a part shop or custom shop. The part shop will be your one-stop shop for all aftermarket parts and modifications for your car. Visually, there will be real shops that you can actually drive into, and once inside you will be able to switch to free exterior camera view, allowing you to get out of your car and walk around it, inspecting each panel, tyre and wheel nut, similar to what you can do in Forza and the Crew. I felt NFS 2015 was good in terms of aftermarket parts, but I definitely felt there was plenty of room for improvement. The first issue was that there was not enough customizable options. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we only had 12 in total. Those were body kits, hoods, spoilers, splitters, exhausts, hoods, skirts, bumpers, tints, rims, tyres, fenders and caliper types. Now that list seems plentiful, but as you know, certain cars in the game would have 4 or 5 of each part, giving you plenty of choice, where most would only have a minimal amount and some cars even had nothing. Now, we know that Ghost and EA are powerless when certain manufacturers insist their cars not be modified or changed from the original design in any way. That's not their fault, it can't be helped and we must always remember this. However, the whole point of customizing, modding, ricing, whatever you want to call it, is to make your car look individually different from the rest. The problem was that due to the lack of parts available, or in worst cases lack of categories available, quite often we all ended up designing the same cars and choosing the same parts. A good example of this was the spoiler on the BRZ. Majority of people just chose the ducktail. Another example was the wide body kit for one of the Lamborghinis. I can't remember which one, it might have been the Gallardo or it could have been the Aventador. But the point is, everyone chose the only body kit available, which again I can't remember off the top of my head. It was either a Liberty Walk or a Rocket Bunny. Listen, admittedly, I'm terrible at maths, or math as it's called in the States, but the formula here is pretty straightforward. The less parts you have available, the less combinations are possible, thus increasing the instances of similar or the same outcome. So how do I propose we increase those variations and outcomes? Simple, by increasing the amount of customizable categories and increasing the amount of options within each category itself. As mentioned earlier, Need for Speed 2015, from what I remember, had 12 customizable categories. In my version of 2017, I will add an extra 25, making a massive 37 customizable categories in total. So, to keep things easier, I've split them into two groups: exterior custom parts and interior custom parts. So, starting off with exterior. Wide body kits, more specifically auto sculpt. Seeing somebody else cruising around in the same body kit as yours? Annoyed? Well then go back and sculpt it. Fans of the series will love to have this feature back, which in a nutshell allows you to have more control over the intricacies of your car's body. Extend the spoiler, lower the skirting, widen the exhaust. The choice is in your hands. Debadging. The term debadging refers to the process of removing the manufacturer's emblems from a vehicle. Common emblems to be removed included the main manufacturer logo, as well as the emblems designating the model of the vehicle. Often, debadging is done to complement the smoothed out bodywork of a modified car, just allowing for a cleaner and more attractive design, allowing the sexiness of your car to shine through like the glorious piece of art it really is. Neons. Now, Ghost teased us with the concept of aftermarket neons and lighting in the last game when Shinichi Moroshi, or Moroshi-san as he's more commonly known, his Lambo made an appearance, which sparked wild rumours that neons would be coming in one of the Under the Hood updates. This unfortunately never happened and left many people disappointed, so to make up for that, the custom shops on my map will be packed full of various different neon colours as well as different types, ranging from simple neons that stay on consistently or pulsing ones that gently flash. Coloured tyre smoke. Keeping on the subject of colour, in each custom shop you'll have the option of adding coloured tyre smoke to your cars, similar to what you might find in GTA 5. So if you're part of a drifting gang, you guys could use it as your gang's colour. Likewise, you could attribute it to your chosen car club, or you could have it matching your chosen wrap design. The choice is yours. Just imagine all the different stance videos and slow motion shots you could get with that coloured tyre smoke. I think it would be pretty good. Door styles. To the normal person, it's just a door. But to a gearhead, the door is the opening to your car's soul, the gateway to its heart. Unlike a traditional door, a car door can have many variations. Cars like the RX-8 have the rear suicide doors, which are split vertically and open outwards like a cupboard. Others, like the AMG SLS from Mercedes, deploy the gull-wing style, which makes your car look somewhat like a transformer. Those two styles, along with the butterfly style used on McLaren's F1 and the scissors type found on cars like the Lambo Aventador, will all be optional choices you can pick from and should earn you some bonus points in the arena stance show we spoke about in previous episode. Muffler tips. Have you ever been walking down the street and seen what appears to be a regular normal car sitting at a traffic lights just explode into a symphony of sound when the lights go green? Yeah? Chances are it has a performance muffler kit modification attached to the exhaust. The Tokyo custom shops will have various muffler types available for you to buy at reasonable prices, with different shapes and sizes emitting different types of noises. It's almost like giving your whip some vocal training. Tune how she sounds, whilst at the same time adding some aggression to her stylistically. License plates. We had the option of custom plates in Need for Speed 2015, but I will take this idea further by allowing the changing of the font style and colour, as well as the colour of the backplate itself. Alternatively, in keeping with the debadging we spoke about earlier, you could just completely remove it from the car itself for that calm, minimalistic, simplistic look. Right, so those are the major exterior modifications which will be standard in all shops all over the Tokyo map from the start of the game. What I will also do is keep some of the minor ones as unlockables that you can obtain by completing challenges and gaining XP throughout the career mode. These will include roof scoops, grills, wing mirrors, customizable brake calipers, door handles, mud flaps, bull bars, end cover noses, and fuel filler caps. So now we take a look at the interior modifications. Starting with this, in-car sound systems. Yes, it's rice, but honestly, who gives a crap? I certainly don't. Listen, if you go into a car meet or into a meet and cruise session for some tuning, or maybe even the arena stunt show itself, you'd be very foolish not to woo the crowd with a set of subwoofers, pumping out some heavy bass, hip hop, crunk, rock, whatever you're into. Express it to the world with the purest audio output from the trunk of your whip. There will be a whole variety of sound systems for you to choose from, with differences only being aesthetic. Racing seats. This will not only improve the overall lightness of the car as part of weight reduction, but it will also ensure that you can feel the part and sit comfortably behind the wheel as you tear up the Tokyo streets. The seats will have different variations from popular brands, as well as a whole host of differing colour and material options for you to choose from. Racing wheels. You'll have the option of swapping out the standard steering wheel for an upgraded racing wheel. Now, much like the seats, there will be various brands lending their name and designs to different types, including fully circular or the square oval type ones found in modern supercars. This will also further enhance your experience should you choose to play in cockpit view. Gearing setup. Now, many of us prefer manual transmission, right? Then there are those of us who prefer to mix it up a bit and switch between manual and auto. Well, at the custom shop, you will have three choices: basic stick shift, Tiptronic, or flappy paddle shifters attached to the wheel itself. Again, like the racing seats, there will be some performance gains and losses from each, but regardless of what you go for, it will add that extra layer of customization and allow you to improve the relationship between you and the car. Plus the fact that flappy paddles just look sick. They look sick, I love them. Right, so those will be the major interior modifications. So just like the exteriors, there will be some minor ones that are unlockable as you play throughout the game. These will be NOS tanks that you can fit in the actual car itself, or similar to Fast and Furious, you can have it in your passenger seat. Digital displays for if you want to perhaps play PS4 or Xbox while sitting at the traffic lights or maybe catch a movie. Roll cages, and of course the option to customize your dashboard gauges and dials with different colors and lighting effects. Okay, so we now know all the optional modifications available within my version of the game. Although I don't think it's enough. I want to turn things up another level. You see, earlier I mentioned about increasing the options available to lower the likelihood of too many people having the same designs in and around the game world, and I feel all I have discussed so far and all I have offered is more than enough to solve this problem. But what about those of you who just want to put a wide body kit on and nothing else? No problem. I will bring an additional 5 world-class body kit manufacturers to the table, all of whom specialise in various car types. I'll tell you what, let's go meet the gang. Prior Designs. Prior Designs specialises in the design, development and distribution of exclusive aerodynamics, exclusive alloy wheels, high quality exhaust systems and most importantly, body kits. Prior Design was born from the idea of combining sporty and aggressive design with enhanced elegance. After countless hours of development and refinement of the company to perfection, every product is designed so that the existing aesthetics and features of the vehicles are perfectly integrated into the new kits to make a statement of passion and courage. The results are timeless classics that combine European style, individuality and quality with modern technology. Now, this next manufacturer did make a very small appearance in 2015, but they only provided one body kit. Vertex. Vertex designs body kits with inspiration to factory body lines. The concept is designed to be both simple yet aggressive simultaneously. Their goal is to create a subtle design to complement its original form. No design is ever overdone, yet it stands in its own class. Street racers at heart, Team Vertex are addictive drivers. They love the excitement associated with street racing, and because of this, Vertex remains true to their street racing roots, allowing their passion to show in their body kits and other products. Ivan Tampi Customs. Ivan Tampi has been involved in the aftermarket auto industry for more than 16 years. His designs have won many Best of Show awards in numerous car show events. Ivan Tampi is also known for his infamous body kit called Black Widow series, predominantly for the Japanese-made cars Honda and Toyota. He later decided to maneuver his talents to the American car industry and created the Black Widow Ford Mustang body kit. Impressed by Ivan's creativity, Ford gave him two project cars, the Ford Focus and the F-150, to come up with a body kit design to help promote their latest model vehicles. His design won Ford Choice Awards at the SEMA convention. Ivan Tampi Customs, or ITC, is Ivan's newest venture. His latest line of design, called Sick Wide Body Kit, will definitely make everyone's head turn. ITC is focused on designing and manufacturing aftermarket product lines for the elite range of cars, such as Mustangs, Corvettes, Chargers, and SUVs. Swarovski Design. Wide body kits and easy to install non-wide sets can take the appearance of your car to a whole new level. Swarovski's products are made with passion. One of the most important things that they like to keep during the design process is the brand spirit. A Mercedes has to remain a Mercedes, and so it goes for other brands. With that in mind, they designed their body kits as more aggressive versions of base models, keeping the brand's silhouette and character. Their mission is to focus on the world's most desired cars, so when choosing the cars on which they would like to do the optical tuning, they look mostly for cars that are iconic and timeless. It's a big challenge on each stage of the project that awakes many emotions during the process and gives even more satisfaction when the project is finished. Carbon Creations. Carbon Creations designs and manufactures innovative carbon fiber aerodynamic products specifically for your vehicle. Each product is manufactured with the highest quality standards and inspected by their quality control team before leaving the manufacturing facility. These body kits are manufactured with grade A carbon fiber material and finished with a premium clear coat with UV protection, so your car doesn't get sunburnt and end up like a prune. Carbon Creation products not only look great, but are used by professional motorsport figures for auto racing, drifting and drag racing. Their body kits are designed to be as light as possible whilst retaining durability and ensuring safety. Over the past number of years, Carbon Creation products have been widely exposed by the media as being the most prestigious carbon aerodynamic brand in the world. And there you have it, my customization proposal for the yet to be announced Need for Speed 2017, or Need for Speed Arena 2017, whatever they call it. So to summarize, an additional 25 different unique customizable categories and an extra 5 different manufacturers providing body kits. Also, as a side note, I will also ensure that there's a minimum of 5 different parts for each category for each car which has the license to be customized itself. So for example, if you select to customize your muffler tip, you'll find every single car will have a minimum of 5 different options for you to choose from. Now realistically, if I really was a games developer, it will be pretty difficult to get that many 3D models rendered in time for the game's release, so what I would do is continuously release them as game updates on a monthly basis. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. I put a lot of thought behind it, and I hope I managed to cover pretty much all the customizations that you would see as a good idea. If there's anything else that you feel could be added, if there's anything else that you feel can be put in place of some of what I've mentioned, please feel free to leave those thoughts and ideas and suggestions in the comments section below. Also, if you do think that this concept is a good idea, it would be massive if you could show that through hitting the like button. I've already started putting into place the groundwork for episode 6. As usual, I'm not going to announce the exact day it's going to come out on, but it will come out hopefully within the next week or so. But nevertheless, hit the subscribe button to ensure that you're notified on your mobile phone as soon as that comes out. If it's your first time watching, I wish you a warm welcome. Feel free to check out the other videos in the series. Episodes 1 to 4, as I mentioned, are in the description box, or even better, let this video play through to the end and there will be a nice neat hot link for you to click showing all of my Need for Speed 2017 content based discussion videos. And remember, if you're driving safely, you're not driving fast enough. Peace.